There's more to be said about the proper use of cryptographic hashes for storing passwords. The general idea of hashing passwords is that servers don't actually want to know your password, because storing passwords is dangerous, they might get stolen that way. They really just want to know that you know your password. So, if a server stores a hash of your password, then every time you need to log in, they can check what you provide against the stored hash. Hashing the password that you provide, check whether that matches the recorded hash, and that way they can confirm that you know the password. All they know is a hash of the password. And then if someone breaks in and steals the table of users to hashes, they still are not able to reconstruct the password and log in as you, because you can't take just the hash of a password and get back to the original password. Still, there's a problem here, because you notice that Bob and Carol both have the same hash listed in this table. And so if someone does steal this table, they will learn that Bob and Carol in fact have the same password. And this can make problems with Bob, as Bob's account create trouble for Carol's account as well. So the first rule of keeping passwords in a server is don't store passwords. The second rule is don't even just store the hash of a password. You should instead store a salted hash of a password. A salted hash means that when we are recording the hash of a password for a user like Bob or Carol here, then the server will generate a random number that it remembers. So the salt is recorded with the user, and this is in plain text in some sense. All that matters is we get different salt for every user. And then what we store in the table is not just a hash of the password, but a hash of the password combined with the salt. So even if Bob and Carol have the same password, they're going to have different salt, so that the password plus the salt will produce different hashes. And since the hash function is doing its job, you can't tell from the combined hash that there is any relationship between Bob and Carol's passwords. So again, salted hash is the right way to store information about a password.